Hello fellow YouTubers, in this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this ASUS P8H77-M LE motherboard. As you see, motherboard is already on top of the box. These are the extras that's inside, so software, manual, two SATA cables, and the motherboard itself obviously. Now if you don't like the look of this motherboard or something like that, look away. If you do, or you think you might get used to it, give it a shot, and who knows, you might be interested in buying one. It's a budget motherboard. It's LGA 1155, so it's not 1150, but very nice and very affordable motherboard at that, with quite few nice features from ASUS. So let's unbox this bad boy and show you what's inside and how it all looks like. So this is the box. Basically, I'm going to go quickly through what's on it. So we have mainly, obviously, motherboard P8H77-M LE. We have Windows 8 ready, Windows 8.1 ready, another sticker. SATA 6G, there we go, something a bit more useful. Twice the bandwidth of, obviously, SATA 3. USB 3.0, 10 times faster. Okay, GPU boost, which is a graphics upgrade for your, if I'm not mistaken, internal GPU on the CPU. Solid capacitors, always nice to have. Energy saving, usual ASUS features. We have Virtu MVP for those who want to run the onboard graphics and the dedicated GPU. Windows 7 ready, also supports Intel CPUs, obviously, because it's meant for LGA 1155 socket. Now this is an older socket. The LGA 1150 is already out, and probably something new is around the corner. However, the point is that it's one of the cheapest motherboards there, with plenty of features and still working just as fine as anything new. Super speed USB certified, very nice. PCI Express 3.0 ready. So yeah, that's the box, more of the box, more of nothing important. And here very quickly, so as you see, GPU boost, it's iGPU level, GPU acceleration, integrated GPU for extreme graphics performance. We'll see about that. Energy efficient all around, standard feature for most ASUS motherboards. And we have SATA 6, USB 3.0. And here we have some descriptions of what kind of slots and things like that there are on the motherboard. So you can have a quick look at it. And next, I'm going to open the box, reveal obviously the motherboard. Before I take it out, there's few SATA cables. Now, being one of the cheapest motherboards out there for this chipset, it's also nice to see that it does include something. So there we go. Don't expect too much though, guys, because that's why you can afford this motherboard on the budget, because they don't include much. So yeah, you obviously have IO shield, which is just like this. There's no color, nothing like that, simply metal. User guide, which is nice. I like having user guide because sometimes you just need to go through it, see which drive connects where or something like that, and for some of you it might be even more useful. Next we have obviously drivers. We have for Windows 8.0 and Windows 8. Not sure what's on them, but anyway, you can download most of the drivers. You also have a sticker, which I probably will put on the case in my scenario, because I do trust ASUS, and I think it's a nice thing to have a sticker on the case with their logo. Quick start guide. And here's some sort of safety information. Yeah, so don't chew it, and don't give it to kids to chew it. Okay, when you're taking out the motherboard, as you see, it's anti-static bag. Basically what it is when you touch the bag, the static charge is discharged throughout the bag, not at one particular point. But still, when you're taking motherboard, maybe take it on the IO shield or something like that, so it could redistribute that charge and don't just kill your components, because on it, after all, you have CMOS and simple things like that, so don't kill it just yet. Okay, so the motherboard looks like so. Very simple, nice color scheme. On the back, there's not much. As you see, everything is mounted and non-removable pretty much. Okay, so let's go through some things here. We have CPU fan socket here on top. We have two DDR3 module slots here. We have the connection for the 24 pin as usual. Memo K button obviously. We have USB 3.0 for those front ports. We have CMOS clear jumpers and password clear jumpers and whatnot. All the Sata ports. I'm not sure, does it say? Yep, SATA 3, and I believe that would be SATA 6, and I think that's an Intel one as well. We have USB, and more USB, so tons of USB headers. This one I believe is the audio header. You also have, by the way, here is additional power for motherboard. That's for your kind of CPU-ish. PCI Express 16X 3.0 slot. What else do we have? PCI Express 1.0, PCI Express, I believe that's 4.0, PCI slot, still nice to have, although it's not that many things that you can put in there. Also, as you see there, included the old PS2 connector, which for some of you might be handy. Maybe you still have a good mouse or keyboard to use on that, and as you see, it's for mouse and keyboard. You have two USB 2.0s, actually 4 USB 2.0. You have HDMI port, which is very nice to have, and one of the reasons I bought this particular motherboard. Then you also have DVI digital, you have VGA, gigabit LAN, I believe, and also obviously audio ins and outs. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Let's see, one thing there, what I was looking for, actually, just give me a second. There we go. So there we have also chassis fans. So by the way, 4 fans, you only have one here for your chassis and one for the CPU. Now for my build, that's plenty because I'm not going to be putting extra fans. But in case you want to have, for instance, 2 fans on each side of the CPU cooler, you won't be able to because you only have one CPU fan slot and one chassis. However, you don't have to really worry about, because the reason being is if you have a Molex, and especially if you have a front fan control, you can connect pretty much as many fans as you want. So yeah, and also this is a budget motherboard, so don't expect too much. Some of more expensive motherboards actually don't have that many fan headers either. The only plus of these fan headers is obviously that you can monitor your fan speeds if the fans support that. So yeah, let's sum it up. So to sum it up, basically you might ask me, well, what do you get for your money from this motherboard? Well, you get motherboard. Simple as that. It won't have great overclocking potential. It won't support all the it will support all the fastest CPUs and GPUs, but it won't squeeze all that extra juice from them, because as you see, the power phases here are pretty much basic. They're not ridiculously cheap and low in terms of the specs, but it is a basic motherboard and you get what you pay for. However, with ASUS, most of their motherboards are rock solid and performs very well, so I wouldn't worry about anything like that. Obviously, you're limited in terms of expandability, but this is not a gaming motherboard and it's not for gaming rig. I'm going to be building a nice machine with just a Celeron CPU with the onboard GPU, a couple gigs of RAM, and a few hard drives for storage, and that's about it. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions about this motherboard or anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.